No audio from you, Ted.
No. No audio. It doesn't look like you're muted, but there's no audio coming through.
Let's
Go to your
let's let Ted fix that because that's going to be important later.
Yeah.
It's not as unstable as your audio, Ted.
Our internet connection is flaky.
I thought you were going to say it's not as unstable as Ted.
Oh, he can hear you
All right.
smiling.
Can hear you, but he can't talk back.
Hey, that's not bad.
Well, let's get started with introductions and we'll see where we end up with when we get there. So I am Anthony, KE7OSN, chair of the board, located in rural Marion County outside the town of Staten. And assuming the blocks around the screen don't move, we'll try and go around from what I can see. So we'll start with Don and Betsy.
Betsy, K7BTS, just outside the northern city limits of Corvallis.
Don, W7DMR, a couple feet further west.
Next up, we have Paul B.
Paul Branchfield, W7PEB, and I'm about halfway between Winston and Roseburg.
And then next up, AAU.
Hi, Andy, W7AAU, treasurer, and I'm about 7 miles southeast of Corvallis, across the river in Lynn County.
Next up, Anna.
Hi there, my name is Annalise McDermott. You can call me Anna. My call sign is November Hotel 6 Zulu, and I am in metropolitan Lebanon, Oregon.
Olin.
Well, hello, I'm Olin, WA7YXY, and I'm located in Corvallis.
Mike.
Mike, W7RIS, located about 10 miles north of Corvallis.
Paul L.
Paul and Zero VLR, representing the Eastern Front in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Steve.
I am Steve, KW7F, and I'm located in Corvallis, approximately at Circle and 29th.
Drew.
Drew Terrell, W3HES. I'm over here in Albany.
Larry.
Larry, KF7NU, and I'm in Corvallis.
Next up, Pat.
Good evening, Pat Eastman, K7PWE. I'm in downtown Albany. And Steve, I have a 55-foot tower that's legally installed and permitted, so I can tell you how that works. It works very well, and Annalise is right on base. There's reasonable expectation and reasonable accommodation that has to be met by the local authority as well.
Next up, Andy, AAV or AA7. Yeah.
Andy Noble, AA7AV, about 2 or so miles southwest of beautiful downtown Philomath.
Ted.
Now, I'll take that as a no.
No, we got you now.
Oh, okay. W7RTM, also about 2 miles out of Philomath.
Next up, Jason.
Jason Van Nimwagen, N7IAG, and I am in the south of Hillsborough.
Welcome. And Joe, just in time.
Hey, good evening. Joe, K7BIK, Southwest Corvallis.
All right. Welcome, everyone. So we'll start off with the secretary's report. Ted.
So you should have received the minutes from October, Saturday.
hopefully you had an opportunity to review those. If there's any issues, additions, deletions, or corrections, please let me know. w7rtm@arrl.net. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted. Andy, our treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report for November 13. Our total bank account in OSCU is $4,133.05. And that is distributed $1,481.22 in our savings account, $2,652.43 in our checking account. We have $185.70 in our PayPal account. We got $38.70 in cash for a total of $4,358.05 in our treasury. The treasury's been increasing because we haven't been spending money for events like field day and things. That is all.
Thank you, Andy. And just like the last time, for the trustees report, I have not seen anything come up on for any changes or anything on the repeater system. As always, keep an eye out to the PRA Repeaters Info Center Facebook page or w7pra.com for if anything does change. Next up, old business and previous events. So I believe the only thing I remember that was upcoming was the CQ Worldwide sideband. So who got their DXCC in the weekend?
Could have been able to do it. I mean, it was awful, very, very active.
I gave it a whirl, Anthony, to respond to your question. I did not make DXCC though.
I was all set to do a good chunk of work on that on Saturday. However, ended up we had a search call out the Friday night and then went back out Saturday and then got home Saturday and just slept for most of the rest of the weekend. The GT did a very nice write-up on that though. That said, anything else from the last month or so? Olin, you're muted.
I have received my DXCC mixed, and I will be getting my DXCC digital here in the next few days.
Excellent.
But it wasn't over the weekend. It's been a long work.
Right.
Excellent.
That is excellent news, Ted. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I operated in that contest. I think I made 141 contacts. I was going to participate in my DX Club's traveling trophy, so I just trying to make points. I did work one new entity out of it that I hadn't picked up before. Actually two, but one of them hasn't QSL'd this yet. But it was fun. So I did something I haven't done before. I just worked every Japanese station I could find. And I worked every Canadian that I could find. So I did okay though. I made about 33,000 points, I guess. But it was fun.
Yeah, I'll add that this was probably the best CQ worldwide that I've seen in probably almost 5 years. I worked a ton of stuff out there. And generally out of this kind of contest, I'll get one, maybe two new entities. This time I got 3 confirmed new entities out of that contest. And I didn't work it extraordinarily hard. I was pretty persistent out there, but it was I mean, all the way down through 15 meters. 10 meters just never really got going. There's a little bit of 10-meter stuff out there, but never really woke up. But I have to say on that contest, 15 meters was my bread and butter band. And I had already had DXCC on that, but it filled out, it really helped me out on 40. Of course, I already had it on 20, but it was just, it's just a blast. I just really love, and also it took almost 2 weeks before most of those things got recorded in LOTW. And so the ones that I'm talking about is just confirmations out of LOTW, no cards at this time.
That's Mike. That's awesome. A card is LOTW in my book.
I didn't get all that many stations, but being a new guy, I'm just starting, and I got 10 DX stations countries I'd never worked before. I had a good time.
Great.
That's awesome. It is very exciting. I mean, let's all not forget the magic of radio. I mean, this is, I don't care if you've been in this for 1 year or 60 years, the magic of radio still lives on. So congratulations, Paul.
And let's say, unlike Olin, I was trying to stay away from the JAs out there.
Well, I think I'm pretty close to worked all prefix, maybe.
Yeah, there's another program I would like to kind of put on, and that's a program on awards. And, kind of do a quick review of the awards that we have here in the States that are offered. But people don't realize the vast, huge number of awards that are spread out throughout the world. There's huge awards out there, and many people take and chase those things down. And I know, therefore, it hasn't been so much the last 2 months, but I would say almost every month I had 2 or 3 guys out of Europe chasing me down, directly emailing me, asking for schedules to try and get confirmation for Oregon. Oregon is a real hard state to get for the guys in Europe, but it was kind of a little bit of a thrill to have people going after me, trying to get schedules so they could get a confirmation.
Mike, I can second that, because I've tried to get Oregon on 3, maybe 4 subsequent years during the Pennsylvania CUSO party. And it is not the easiest to get, only because you're getting drowned out by the Arizona and the Nevada and the South Dakota stations all on at the same time. But yes, it is hard.
I have no problems in getting PA. I mean, it's if like on field day last year, we had plenty of field day guys. Even in the CQ worldwide, I saw plenty of PA people out there. And it's the right time of the day. And also, you got to be on the right kind of band for it. Because once you get above 20, when you get to 15, you're skipping over PA. You're not getting it. So 20 is about the lowest frequency you can get it. But in the evening times, a lot of times a PA in the East Coast will do really good on 40 meters.
I agree. I've actually logged Washington State, close enough, right? Washington State on 40 and 80 meters during the contest.
All right. Anything else from the previous month or so?
I was just going to mention, at risk of sounding like the Flex sales girl, because I told Mike about this, we are doing for the first time ever kind of a friends and family discount on some of our that's stackable on top of our Black Friday sale. And both of them involve our power amp. So if you're looking for a really nice power amp and have a few $1,000s burning a hole in your pocket, then I have codes that can get you $2,000 off an amplifier or $2,500 off of an amplifier and a radio set. So get a hold of me privately and I can get you the code. I'm nh6z at nh6z.net. So our amp is real nice. It ain't cheap. So you are going to have to make an investment if you decide, but I've never seen our amp, besides my employee discount, I've never seen an amp discount this cheap out of Flex. So, and you do not have to have a Flex radio to use our amp. We have interfaces in the back that you can interface to anything you want. It's a solid state 1.5 kilowatt.
Nice.
Gotta start buying those lottery tickets tonight then. All right. So upcoming, so the CQ Worldwide CW is the 27th and 28th from midnight to 11:59 UTC. So I don't see Scott, but I'm sure he's going to be knocking out some CW there. Any other events coming up for the next month or so?
November sweepstakes sideband is this upcoming weekend.
And early December is the 10 meter contest, ARRL 10 meter contest.
Say that again, Olin?
Early in December is the ARRL 10 meter contest. A good chance to pick up some DX if the bands are agreeable.
10 meters is real funny, and you guys can confirm or deny this, but it's almost like people don't try it because they don't hear anything. But if they just put out a call, there might be something, right?
I've gotten a lot of stations through just calling CQ on like 15 and 10 and just being persistent, and then finally somebody comes on and you'll get that, great path and great signal and everything, and you chat for 10 minutes about why nobody else is using the band because it's wide open. There's nobody talking.
When 10 is on and amazing. I mean, you can get Hawaii contacts on 10 when it's up pretty easy out of that, but it has to be, we've been at solar minimum, so no way you're getting very far on 10 in that time of the decade. But I think that should be coming up here slowly but surely.
And so for reference, the 10 meter contest is December 11th and 12th. Again, midnight to 11:59 UTC. Anything else coming up for the good of the order? All right, hearing none, I'll pass it over to Mike for presentation.
Okay, just a moment here and let me get things going.